in Moyross started 14 years ago. Progress has been made, but has it been too slow?
One thing that we've seen is that relationships matter around here, and that if people trust you, they will engage with you. At the moment, they just don't trust a lot of these services, because when this all initially kicked off over a decade ago, there was talks about rapid building of houses, there was talks of employment opportunities. None of that came to fruition, and we see that on the ground now when we engage with young people, when we ask young people to engage in training programs. Well, they say, my brother done that training program 5 years ago, he's still unemployed. So there's a lack of trust there, and that's very damaging. And so, you know, we need to start over now again and say, right, what is the way forward with this? How are we going to start employing people? The way you employ people is you build a trust with them, you see what their strengths and needs are, you put them towards those areas around safe passes or whatever it is, and you show people that you're here to work with them. Because regeneration doesn't work from the outside in, it works by the inside out. You will never make it work unless you have the people on your side. When you have your people on the side and they know this is for the benefit of my children who are coming through, and they want their children to have opportunities that they might not have had, how can you achieve that if you don't have those people on their side? If you don't know their concerns, if you don't know their worries, yeah, you're absolutely at nothing.
Back in 2007, there were around 1,200 homes here in Moyross. Since then, 500 homes have been demolished, and as you can see here, only 46 new homes have been built in their place. This has led to overcrowding and homelessness.
I was a year and a half living in a trailer. I was a year and a half living on couches, and I was 12 months living in a hotel.
And what's that like, you know, especially with a young lad?
A road like that is a long road when it comes to trying to pick up the paces with a young child with enough going on in his own life, and trying to encourage them to get out to school, trying to encourage them that everything's alright, you know, and it's not easy, but everyone gets there, you know.
There's a new road being built here right in the centre of Moyross that's going to connect it to the rest of Limerick. But what are job opportunities like here? I'll be speaking to people from Moyross about what it's like to live here in 2021.
I said to you already, there are two Limericks. There's the beautiful Limerick, which I know it is, and there's a progressive Limerick, which I know that it is, and I know all the beautiful stuff that's gone on in Limerick, but I also know the dark side. I also know the black spot, and I love all of Limerick, but I wish that the people that are talking about Forbes could take a minute just to think about 18 black spots, 18 new industries. Come on here and ask the young people here about Forbes. I know, I've heard of the Collinsons. Good luck to them, brilliant, that's fantastic. I also know two young fellas whose horses were taken last month and brought to the pound. Their mother had to go to the credit union to try and get the horses back. There's a whole load of disconnect between the haves and the have-nots. Now, I'm not saying that what Forbes are saying is right or wrong, but I am saying that you need to keep an open mind and remember when you're talking about Limerick, it doesn't stop at Thomond Park, or it doesn't stop at King John's Castle, and it doesn't stop going up towards South Hill. There's another part of Limerick as well, it's the working class part of Limerick that I believe is forgotten.